This video was originally a project for class, but I decided I was proud of my work and I wanted to post it. This most likely won't become a recurring series or anything, but if you are interested in something like that, let me know in the comments. Of course, much of the information and findings in this video are fairly straightforward for someone who actively plays Hypixel Skyblock, and can pretty much be assumed. But this video was made with non-Skyblock players in mind, so if you already understand the Bazaar, the Mayor rotation system, and basic knowledge of Skyblock dungeons, then you can skip ahead to the timestamp on screen if you desire so. Thanks and enjoy. Hypixel Skyblock is a massive multiplayer sandbox available on Hypixel, Minecraft's most popular server. Players have a vast selection of activities and quests to endeavor on, ranging from unique spins on traditional activities in Minecraft like mining, fishing, foraging, basic combat, and farming, to Skyblock unique activities such as dungeoneering, which will be a major talking point of this video. More on that later. With all of these things to do, there's an overwhelming number of valuables and tools to obtain. If only there was a service which facilitated player-to-player trading. The Bazaar is a system in Skyblock that allows players to buy and sell goods for coins, the common in-game currency. The Bazaar can best be compared to the stock market, with fluctuating prices of goods based on in-game factors. Each resource on the Bazaar has a buy price, the price that customers want to buy the resource for, and a sell price, the price that players are actually selling said resource for. For the sake of simplicity, we will be focusing on the sell price, as the two prices follow each other fairly closely, with buy prices almost always being lower due to players desiring lower prices for goods. For this observational study, we will be observing the sell price of the Kismet Feather over the course of a randomly chosen time span of 3 months. Kismet Feathers are a consumable item used in dungeons. Whenever a player completes a dungeon, they will be presented with various chests as rewards. You will have to pay coins to open chests, and it can only open one, so players have to choose which chest will have the best net profit for themselves. Using a Kismet Feather on a dungeon reward chest, however, will re-roll its contents before you pay to open it, making it a very valuable resource. However, there are only 2 methods to obtaining Kismet Feathers. The original method of buying Kismet Feathers for 1,350 bits, one of Skyblock's paid currencies, or via the Bazaar for coins. No US dollars spent. Since the Kismet Feathers can only be obtained via the Bazaar without spending your actual money, this generates the fundamental problem of scarcity. Ergo, Kismet Feathers are highly sought after due to their limited supply and fixed real financial value. However, there are, as mentioned, still external factors in-game which impact the sell price of items on the Bazaar. The external factor I will be using for this observational study will be the mayors of Skyblock. Skyblock has a mayor system which rotates mayor NPCs every 124 hours with various passive perks, applying to different niches in the game. Coal being in office benefits mining, Marina incentivizes fishing, Aatrox rewards players for completing combat quests called Slayer quests, and so on. The mayor relevant to this study will be Paul, whose passives make dungeoneering more profitable than usual. And finally, that brings us to the video's observational study of the Kismet Feathers sell price on the Bazaar in relation to which mayor is currently in office. For starters, let's set some parameters. The following study will be a matched pairs t-test. Sample A will be the average price of the Kismet Feather for the entire duration of the study, whereas Sample P will be the average price of the Kismet Feather specifically during Paul's time in office during this study. Now onto our lovely hypotheses. The null hypothesis states that the average price of the Kismet Feather is not significantly impacted if Paul is mayor. The alternative hypothesis states that the average price of the Kismet Feather is significantly impacted if Paul is mayor. And, of course, to conduct a t-test, we will have to complete a check for any possible assumptions. The data selected was a randomly selected 3-month period, where a random number was selected from 1 to 36 of the 36 months that I have access to the data of, May 2023 to present day. The following data was collected via skyblock.finance, so thank you to the creators of said website for allowing for this video to even be possible. The random number that was rolled was 31, giving me the time span of December 2025 to March 2026. Since December 1st was at the tail end of a Skyblock mayor's term, the test will start on December 2nd, Skyblock year 388. With this in mind, the last Skyblock year recorded will be year 404 on February 28th, 2026, as this concluded another mayor rotation. In these 3 months, Paul was in office twice, in Skyblock years 391 and 400. These translate to real-life time spans of December 17 to December 22nd, and February 2nd to February 7th. The following table is the average price per day of Kismet Feathers on the Bazaar from December 2nd to February 28th in Hypixel coins. Here are the average prices per day of Kismet Feathers on the Bazaar from days during Paul's time in office. Inputting said data into a graph, we can determine that the data is approximately normal. With all of the data collected, we can input the data into Desmos to complete the t-test. The findings are as follows. Degrees of freedom is equal to 65.22. The p-value is 0.212. T is equal to negative 0.804. Since the p-value, 0.212, is greater than alpha, 0.05, we therefore cannot reject the null hypothesis. We can now confidently conclude that the average price of the Kismet Feather is not significantly impacted if Paul is in office. With the test completed, we should also go over why this is the case and if there are any possible external factors present. Firstly, since Kismet Feathers are bought with real money at a fixed price as mentioned, it keeps the Bazaar price at a relatively uniform price range. Secondly, this test did not account for the existence of ministers, which causes the second most voted mayor candidate to only have one of their perks active whilst the actual mayor is active as well. During this time, Paul was minister in years 397 and 399. This test also did not account for mayor perks changing, as mayors do not always have all of their perks each rotation and thus would be less impactful on the Bazaar. Now, can we come to the conclusion that mayors do not have a significant impact on Bazaar prices? No, absolutely not. This was but one test among multiple resources and valuables, along with multiple other mayor candidates to consider. The economics on Hypixel Skyblock are much more nuanced than at first glance. What do you think? Feel free to discuss in the comments, and let me know if there are any other noteworthy external factors that I might have glossed over in this video. Thanks for watching, and take care.